I'm mad. I recorded this video once already, and it didn't record the audio the first time at all. So I really hope this audio is being recorded, because if not, I'm going to kill somebody. Anyway, what's up, guys? It's me, Cyberblue. You know, it's that time of year. Week 1 of the NFL season is just about here, man. It starts in 2 days, and I got to get this prediction video out. So we're just going to get started right away with Thursday night's season opener with the Cowboys and the Eagles. Obviously, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so they get the opening game this time instead of us. You know how that goes. The Eagles, aside from losing a bunch of pass rushers this offseason and a couple other defenders, they're basically the same team from last year. The Cowboys got worse because we all know what happened with Micah Parsons. He's in Green Bay now. Not much needs to be said, man. This game being in Philadelphia is not going to be a fun game for Dak Prescott, not going to be a fun game for the Cowboys. I'm going to pick the Eagles to win by however much they want. And as for score prediction, go fuck yourself. All right, now the Friday night game in Sao Paulo, Brazil, between my boys, the Kansas City Chiefs, and our bitter division rival, the Los Angeles Chargers. This is going to be a fun matchup, man. It's on YouTube. I'm not sponsored to say this, but it's on YouTube. It's free for anybody to watch. It's going to be a fun game. We got our franchise left tackle, Josh Simmons. Obviously, O-line was what lost us the Super Bowl last year. Josh Simmons looked really good in the preseason. So did our starting offense in our preseason finale. I'm feeling really good about it. The Chargers are missing a couple players. They might be without Najee Harris. They're definitely going to be without Rashawn Slater. There's a couple other players I know they'll be without. Junior Colson. There's a couple of others as well. And they'll be without Christian Fulton as well because he's on our team, motherfucker. Anyway, I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win, obviously, because I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm a homer. And also just because I think the Chiefs are going to win regardless. No score prediction because I'm not doing that. All right, moving on. We got the Raiders and the Patriots. This is one of the first games on Sunday. I have the Patriots winning this game because I just think they're the better team. The Raiders could win. Obviously, the Raiders got Genty. They got Geno. They got Pete Carroll as their head coach. I'm not saying the Raiders are going to be the worst team in the NFL because they're not. The Raiders could easily win like 7 games, but I think the Patriots are going to win this matchup in particular. I just think the Patriots under Mike Vrabel are going to be a much better team than a lot of people give them credit for. I think they could potentially be a playoff team, talking about the Patriots, and I'm going to pick them to win this game. Next up, we got the Steelers and the Jets. The first of Aaron Rodgers' 2 revenge games this season. He's got this one, and then he's got Week 8 against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. I don't know what to say. I think the Steelers win. I think they're the better team. Justin Fields could surprise some people, though, on the Jets. We'll just have to see. Although the Jets are typically a place where quarterbacks go to die, so I could be completely wrong about that whole Justin Fields thing. But I do think the Steelers are going to win in a close, low-scoring matchup. Next up, we got the Dolphins and the Colts. I think Miami wins by whatever they want. I don't think the Colts are going to be a very good team at all this year. Starting Daniel Jones at quarterback. The Dolphins, really the only thing they need is for Tua to stay healthy because they have no depth at quarterback behind Tua. Tyreek Hill's washed. Jalen Waddle's going to have to step up if that team wants to do anything. Devon Achane is going to have a monster season because I think, if I remember correctly, I think Mostert's actually off the team now. I can't remember if Mostert left the Dolphins for another team. I think he did. But my pick for this game is Miami. Next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. I'm just going to say this right now. The Saints are going to be the worst team in football this year. They're going to win like 2 games. I'm obviously going to pick the Cardinals to win because even though the Cardinals are mid, at least they're not the Saints. Next up, we got the Giants and the Commanders. Jaden Daniels. I'm interested in seeing this game specifically. I keep hitting my mic. Specifically because I want to see if Jaden Daniels is actually going to have a sophomore slump. It's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, the Commanders win, and they picked up Deebo Samuel. I don't think that doesn't exactly move me though, because Debo is incapable of laying off the honey buns, as we know. I think the Commanders win. I don't think it's particularly going to be close. It could be. The Giants could surprise some people. They're starting Russell Wilson, though. If they were starting Jackson Dart, I would say the Giants actually have a chance. If I could stop hitting my fucking mic. If they were starting Jackson Dart, I think they'd have a chance. But I'm going to pick the Commanders. With this game being in Washington, too, I think the Commanders just win. Next up, we got the Panthers and the Jaguars. Either team could win this game. Either team could win this game. I think the Panthers have just as good of a chance as the Jaguars do at winning this game. With this game being in Jacksonville, though, and the Jaguars on paper being a better team than the Panthers, I am going to pick Jacksonville to win this game. But, fuck's sake, Bryce Young is still going to have a good game, even though the Panthers are going to lose. I think Chuba Hubbard is going to have a nice game as well at running back. Maybe we could see Rico Dowdle getting some carries out there. As for Jonathan Brooks... I don't know if we'll ever see Jonathan Brooks, to be honest with you. At least back to his Texas form. But yeah, Jaguars win, but the Panthers still play good. Next up, we got the Bengals and the Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. I will say this, even though I'm going to pick Cleveland to win this game, I'm going to say Cincinnati should win this game. On paper, Cincinnati should absolutely win this game. The Browns are not a great team. They're starting Joe Flacco. They really should be starting Shedeur. The rest of their roster is questionable. The Bengals have a much better offense, at least. Their defense is yikes. On paper, the Bengals should absolutely win this game. They got Joe Burrow. They got Jamar Chase. They got T. Higgins. They got Chase Brown. They got a lot of cool weapons on offense, talking about the Bengals. But they almost never win week one. I don't understand what it is with the Bengals. Last year, the Patriots, going into week one of last season, were considered the worst team in the NFL. And the Bengals were considered a top 10 team going into the start of the season last year. The Bengals lost to the Patriots. Let that sink in. I'm going with the Browns. Not because I hate the Bengals. Don't start that. I actually don't hate the Bengals. I'm not a fan of Jamar Chase, but I don't hate the Bengals. I just don't think they're going to win because they almost never win week one. So I'm going to pick them to lose. I'm not going to fall for that week one shit again. Buccaneers and Falcons. I like the Buccaneers, man. They're my second team for a personal reason that I don't really feel comfortable with sharing on the internet, but they are my second favorite team. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to pick them to lose this game though because the Bucs. Let's not forget, the Bucs got swept by the Falcons last year. Even though they won the division and hosted a playoff game, they got swept by Atlanta last year. And with this game being in Atlanta, I feel better about the Falcons. I mean, the last time the Bucs played the Falcons in Atlanta, Kirk Cousins had 500 yards and threw the game-winning touchdown in overtime. Something like that. That was a cinematic finish. That was on Thursday Night Football, too. But I am going to pick the Falcons to win. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be really close. I think it's going to come down to the final drive. But I do have Atlanta winning. Next up, we got Tennessee and Denver. The Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos at Mile High. I hate the Broncos so much. But the Titans are just not a good football team, so the Broncos are going to win. And that defense, especially that secondary, talking about Denver, they look scary, man. And Cam Ward, there's a lot of questions. His accuracy looks good. His composure looks good. It's just a matter of, can his receivers catch the ball? Can his receivers get open? Can Tony Pollard do anything? Can the Titans' offensive line exist? There's a lot of question marks when it comes to Tennessee. And I think there's a lot fewer question marks when it comes to Denver, aside from maybe that offense. So I'm gonna pick Denver. I don't like that. I wish the Titans would go into Denver and upset the Broncos, but I just don't see it. I think the Broncos are gonna win. Next up, we got the 49ers and the Seahawks. Christian McCaffrey making his return, or at least we hope so. At least we hope for Christian McCaffrey to stay healthy this time, but we'll see, man. We'll see. But they're taking on the Seahawks in Seattle, and how these NFC West division games typically go, I think the Seahawks are going to win. Um, the 49ers, they got gutted this offseason. They lost a lot of players in free agency, and they didn't really have the best draft ever. They got a nice defensive lineman. Um, but the 49ers, after having honestly, two bad off seasons in a row, I think they lose to the Seahawks week one, but it could be close. And the 49ers could even win. I could be totally wrong, and the 49ers can win. But, it is what it is. Moving on, we got the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau. I really like this matchup. This is actually one of my favorite matchups for week one, aside from my own team, the Chiefs, playing the Chargers. But the Lions and the Packers in Lambeau, it'll be interesting to see what the Packers offense looks like without Ben Johnson. And it'll be interesting to see what the Packers look like with both Matthew Golden, the rookie out of Texas, and Micah Parsons coming over from Dallas on that defensive line and just in that linebacker room. It'll be interesting to see, man. It's going to be a heavyweight battle, a division game right off the bat in that ever so competitive NFC North. I am going to pick Green Bay to win this time. Usually Detroit has their number. I am going to pick Green Bay, though, to win. It's going to be a high-scoring game, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Lions still got a lot of talent. Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, J-Mo, David Montgomery. There's still Isaac Tesla, apparently, the rookie out of Arkansas. They got a lot of talent, but I think the Packers are going to win at Lambeau, and they're going to take that. Next up, we got the Texans and the Rams. Either team could win this game. I think for the Rams, it really just depends on how Matt Stafford looks and if he can survive that Texans D-line. I do have the Rams winning. I could see the Texans winning. I think it's going to be a really close game, but I'm going to pick the Rams. And then for Sunday Night Football, the very first episode of Sunday Night Football for the season, we got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills. Wow, man, we just had this back in January in the divisional round. It was an awesome game, too, between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, two elite quarterbacks in the AFC going at it in the first week of the season. You honestly love to see it. Because of this game being in Buffalo, I am going to go with the Bills. I could see the Ravens winning this game because I think the Ravens are going to be a good team this year, but can't really go against the Bills in Buffalo. I could be wrong. The Ravens could end up stomping them. Who knows? But I am going to go with Buffalo. And then to end off the first week of the regular season with Monday Night Football, we got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. This will be a fun one, too. J.J. McCarthy making his NFL regular season debut. Caleb Williams going into his second year. Obviously, we're going to get a look at Ben Johnson and that true Chicago Bears offense. I mean, we kind of got a look in the preseason, but not really. It'll be interesting to see what they do, man. I am going to pick the Vikings, but here's the thing. The Bears are still going to play really well. The Bears are still going to play really well. They're going to keep it competitive the whole time. They could even win. I could be totally wrong, and the Bears could end up winning. But I am going to go with Kevin O'Connell, J.J. McCarthy, the Minnesota Vikings, Justin Jefferson. Obviously, Jordan Addison's going to start out suspended for 3 games, but it's not going to really matter. I think the Vikings are going to win anyway. And they're going to start off the season with a W, like a lot of teams are. So, yeah, those are my predictions for week 1, y'all. I'm excited to get this season underway. It's been a long off season, and for me personally, it's been a hellish off season. But, it is what it is, man. I'm just happy for the season to be back. Can't wait to watch some football. And, I'll see y'all Friday night. Peace.